Good evening. My name is Jacob Clemens. I serve as the director of the C. Raymond Marvin Center for Student Leadership, and I have the pleasure of directing the Sidney A. Ribeau President's Leadership Academy. On behalf of the Sidney A. Ribeau President's Leadership Academy, we would like to welcome you to the 23rd Annual PLA Senior Colloquium and Award Ceremony. It is an honor to be here with you this evening, and we want to thank you for joining us in person tonight and for traveling to campus to celebrate with us. For those joining us virtually, thank you for taking the time to celebrate the achievement of our scholars and recognize the service they have conducted on campus. Each year, the PLA takes this opportunity to recognize the hard work and dedication of its scholars and supporters. I would be remiss not to mention the unique challenges presented to all of us this academic year. We recognize that many people in this room have lost loved ones, and that the COVID-19 global pandemic has presented some of the greatest challenges of our lifetime. No one has been left untouched, and yet, our scholars have risen to the challenges they have faced. This evening, I would like to acknowledge how the scholars have modeled leadership this year. First, they have shown what perseverance looks like, from adapting to remote and hybrid learning, practicing physical distancing while remaining connected, navigating uncertainty toward a path forward, and demonstrating a commitment to taking care of themselves and others. Our scholars have truly kept their eyes on tomorrow and their feet on today. They have demonstrated adaptability by continuing to respond to the ever-evolving nature of this past year, heeding the advice provided by health professionals and university leadership, even when it meant redefining their expectations and changing their goals until a safer future permitted it. Finally, they have led by example, by continuing to meet the expectations we set for them on their very first day of the PLA summer program. To whom much is given, much is expected. Collectively, our scholars have earned a cumulative grade point average of a 3.62, the highest cumulative GPA in the program's history. They have completed over 1,300 hours of community service this academic year and helped us execute our very first virtual PLA interview day for the 2021 cohort, for which we received nearly 400 applications. As you may know, in 1997, President Sidney A. Ribeau had a vision for the university and its students. He saw an opportunity for BGSU students to lead in the university and their respective communities. He set about defining the values and curriculum of the program, and in the fall of 1998, the first cohort of 14 scholars began their journey of leadership training and personal development with aims to demonstrate exceptional leadership and service to the university and community. Tonight, we are marking and celebrating our 23rd academic year of building scholars who embody credibility, learning, integrity, and service. It is time for us to celebrate and share our successes and thank those who have made them possible. It is also a time to recognize and say goodbye to our seniors, the 2017 cohort, as they take their leadership beyond the BGSU community. We begin this evening's program by recognizing those people who have been a constant source of support for the PLA. We are honored to have many university and community friends with us. We would like to thank them for being with us this evening and for their continued dedication to PLA students and BGSU. For those of you joining us in person, I ask you please stand or indicate yourself in some way and continue that indication until everyone is recognized. Please hold your applause until everyone is announced. Dr. Rodney Rogers, President of Bowling Green State University. Dr. Sandy Earle, University Advocate. And Chancellor Randy Gardner, Chancellor of the Ohio Department of Higher Education and former PLA Seminar Experience Coordinator. Thank you for being here. As we are all gathered here, the PLA would like to take a moment and thank all the friends and family who have come alongside us on this journey. Without their support, the success of our scholars would not be possible. Without you encouraging and consistently believing in them, our scholars would not be where they are today. Thank you for pushing them to their full potential. I want to share a quote by Anthony Brandt, author and editor. "Other things may change us, but we start and end with family. So thank you to our friends and family for being a constant rock and solid ground. Scholars, let us take a moment and thank your family and friends who are here with us tonight, either in person or virtually." I now would like to ask President of BGSU, Dr. Rodney Rogers, to the stage to say a few words of welcome this evening.
Thank you, Dr. Clemens. And, just hearing those statistics about this graduating class and I know we have other students here representing the other classes of the PLA. What an impressive group of individuals. And so to each of our graduating seniors, how proud we are of everything you've accomplished at this institution and what we know you will be accomplishing. But to the families that are with you tonight that have supported you on this journey, I also say thank you. Thank you for being part of their experience, supporting these young men, these young women, and the amazing things that they have done here and that they will continue to do going forward. All of us have experienced many different kinds of challenges over this past year. The pandemic certainly has brought great uncertainty, as Dr. Clemens mentioned, sorrow to so many as well. We've also been once again reminded and confronted with the fact that we've not achieved to be the country that we aspire to achieve, to be a democracy we call the United States. And so we're not that place where every individual in our country has an opportunity to be respected and are given opportunities to achieve their dreams and goals. And so there's much work to be done. Times such as these, though, do remind us of the importance of supporting each other. And I think that is what I so admire about the PLA. Your support for each other, listening, learning from each other, really embodying the power of a learning community that Dr. Ribeau brought to this institution in the founding of this program back in 1998. That is incredibly important. Listening, learning, supporting each other. And so I so admire that of what you are doing. And now more than ever, we need leaders such as those types of individuals. And you are prepared. Our graduating seniors are absolutely prepared. But we're also have high expectations for you. You're not only prepared, but there is high expectations that you will go out and make a difference. You see, you have adapted. You've persevered. You've overcome all kinds of obstacles. You've been tested. This past year is a great amount of testing that you have done in terms of moving forward. So you are prepared to make a difference. A person once wrote that our actions may be impeded, but there can be no impeding our intentions, because we can accommodate and adapt. The mind adapts and converts to its own purposes the obstacles to our acting. This was written by a person named Marcus Aurelius in 170 AD, and it is still true to this day. He concluded by saying, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." You have found a way forward, each of you, and I am confident that you will continue to find that way forward as you go out and make a difference in this world. So to our graduating seniors, and our award recipients tonight, I say congratulations. But I also say with this comes great responsibility to go out and make a difference as you leave this institution. So to our seniors, I look forward to seeing you in a few weeks, a couple of weekends from now at the graduation. And to those returning students, I look forward to seeing you next fall as we continue to find a way forward at this terrific university. To each of you, congratulations. I've got to say it, I Ziggy Zumba.
Thank you, President Rogers. My name is Dominic Gattozzi, and I am the advisor for the 2020 cohort. At this time, I'd like to begin our award ceremony with recipients of the cohort awards. At the beginning of each spring, the PLA staff asks scholars to reflect on the impact of their peers on both themselves and the community, and to recognize that impact by nominating their peers for an award. This year, I had the pleasure of serving as cohort advisor to our first-year scholars, the 2020 cohort. The 2020 cohort experienced a series of firsts within the PLA. The first remote and hybrid PLA summer program, the first cohort to plan a service project during a pandemic, and the first cohort in which not all of their members were able to join us physically on campus this year. Throughout all of this, the first-year cohort pushed through to finish their first year of college and as members of the PLA. The recipient of the 2020 Cohort Award has truly embodied the persistence required for our scholars this year and did so by regularly brightening the day of her peers. She was described by her nominator as a constant source of positivity, empathy, and care, and always prioritizing serving others before herself. The 2020 Cohort Award recipient is Chanel Calmes.
Good evening. My name is Andrea Hauser, and I've had the pleasure and the honor of being the advisor for our second-year scholars, the 2019 cohort. In the second year of the PLA, scholars work collaboratively to plan and execute a service project that benefits the BGSU community. This year, the scholars completed a service project inspired by their cohort's value of optimism, which they define as approaching a tough situation with a positive outlook to lift the spirits of others. They coordinated a service project to recognize and thank BGSU's Office of Residence Life staff for their dedication and service to not only keeping the BGSU community safe through their tireless efforts in overseeing the residence halls, but also to recognize their efforts to maintain a much-needed sense of community this year. The 2019 Cohort Award winner was described by her nominator as someone whose continual dedication to this project helped the cohort embody the PLA value of service by focusing on the community served. Please join me in congratulating the 2019 Cohort Award recipient, Abby Liddy.
This year, I have served as the advisor for the 2018 cohort. The third year of the PLA curriculum marks a transition from developing oneself as a leader and collaborating within the cohort for a service project to using all that the scholars have learned about leadership to plan the annual PLA Leadership Retreat for their fellow members of the PLA. Retreat planning is a year-long process that begins in the fall of a scholar's junior year and concludes at the start of the following academic year. The recipient of the 2018 Cohort Award has stepped up to serve as a coordinator for her cohort's retreat planning process and has executed that role exceptionally well this past year. Her nominator described her as someone who helps maintain a sense of community even when everyone cannot be physically present, and ensures everyone is heard even at times when not everyone uses their voice. The 2018 Cohort Award recipient is Kaylinda Solomon.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lakeisha Dowland, and I'm the cohort advisor for the seniors, the 2017 cohort. The fourth year of the PLA curriculum is dedicated to scholars demonstrating links between academic and life experiences, as well as linking what they know with what they value. More importantly, this year is about solidifying relationships with people that you've shared 4 years of college life with. Over the past 4 years, different types of PLA scholars emerged from this group. Some of them are the ideas people, always ready to share the next big thing or the thing they think will work the best. Some of them are organizers, always in the background making things make sense. Some of them are the heart warmers, always there to encourage and offer help. This evening, I am proud to say that the 2017 Cohort Award recipient embodies all of these things. A nominator described them as dependable, always ready to step up and step in, and above all, truly dedicated to PLA. The 2017 Cohort Award recipient is Drew Banzinger.
Hello, my name is Wong Do, and I'm a doctoral staff member for the PLA. Since the inception of the PLA 23 years ago, 401 scholars have completed the program and graduated from BGSU. These alumni have gone on to accomplish great things, carrying the values and lessons of the PLA along with them. They will always be Falcons and part of the family. Nine years ago, the PLA Alumni Society established a book scholarship to recognize the outstanding commitments and dedication of scholars directly to the PLA. This year's winner of the PLA Alumni Scholarship has embodied the PLA values of service, learning, integrity, and credibility. She has served as a peer facilitator for the Lead 1000 course and is a member of the 2019 cohort. The PLA Alumni Society Book Scholarship recipient is Jenna Cole. Our next award is the Johnny L. Lewis Book Scholarship. Johnny L. Lewis was a Thompson Scholar in the 2005 cohort. While on campus, Johnny was involved in many organizations, including serving as the USG president and being a founder of the Alpha Tau Omega fraternity. Sadly, Johnny passed away in July of 2012 from lymphoma. In honor of Johnny's legacy, the Johnny L. Lewis Book Scholarship was created by a group of his friends to recognize the outstanding commitment and dedication of a scholar to PLA and BGSU. This year's recipient of the Johnny L. Lewis Book Scholarship continues to be a dedicated PLA scholar who spends a great deal of their time serving as one of the 2 Thompson meeting interns, as the next president of the University Activities Organization, and joining the new student orientations team to welcome next year's new Falcons to our family. We are excited to see them continue their leadership to the PLA and the campus community. Please join me in congratulating the winner of the Johnny L. Lewis Book Scholarship from the 2019 cohort, Malcolm Massey. The Julie Ann Snyder Legacy Award is given to a rising sophomore or junior who is committed to creating social change in their community. Through dedication and humility, the recipient is committed to ongoing personal growth and seeks opportunities to develop as a leader. Like Dr. Snyder, the award recipient values and embodies authenticity, integrity, loyalty, and credibility. This recipient of the Julie Ann Snyder Legacy Award was nominated by her peers and was described as someone who embodies servant leadership through her desires to serve first. She is an active member of UAO, on the executive board of the Black Student Union, and serves as a resident advisor within the Office of Residence Life. In the PLA, she has served in the resident mentor role, a peer facilitator for the Lead 1000, and a co-facilitator for the monthly PLA leadership forums. From the 2019 cohort, please join me in congratulating Kirsten Stuckey. Our next award is in honor of 2 exceptional servant leaders, Mr. Robert and Mrs. Ellen Thompson, dear friends of the university and the PLA. The Thompsons have taught us that we all have an opportunity to make a difference, and to honor them, the PLA created the Robert and Ellen Thompson Servant Leadership Award. This year's recipient was described by her nominator as someone who has taken everything the PLA has given him and used that to propel his work through his involvement with new student orientation and Rally Cap. He has served as the 2020 cohort's peer facilitator in the Lead 1000 course. Please join me in congratulating this year's Robert and Ellen Thompson Servant Leadership Award winner from the 2018 cohort, Jordan Egbert. In 2019, Randy Gardner was awarded the Friend of the PLA Award, a person who demonstrated his commitment to the scholars and to BGSU, all while serving as a role model for servant leadership within the public office. At this time, I would like to ask President Rogers to join us on stage to introduce Chancellor Gardner.
Thank you. Chancellor Gardner, make it short, he says, because that is exactly what Chancellor Gardner is all about since I first met him so many years ago. But I have to just say a few things. Chancellor Gardner is the 10th Chancellor of the Ohio Department of Higher Education, and in his role, he oversees all of the public 2-year and 4-year institutions and oversees the higher education ecosystem throughout the state of Ohio. But and he is leading in an amazing way during this challenging time in the global pandemic. He's been so involved and so engaged. I think he's visited every single university campus across the state and is right at the very beginning of his service as chancellor. But before that, Chancellor Gardner spent over 30 years, wait a minute, my glasses, I need my glasses, 33 years in public service, including the Ohio Senate and the Ohio House of Representatives, serving a variety of roles, including Senate President Pro Tem, House Speaker Pro Tem, Senate Majority Leader, He's also been very involved in educational issues his whole life, because he started as a high school civics teacher, and so his interest in democracy in this country, and he understands the importance of higher ed and higher education and that role that it plays, the importance that it plays. During his service, this is amazing, my friends, 10,433 consecutive roll call votes. He never missed a vote. And that shows his workman style of leadership. And that is why this award, which is about civic leadership for the public good, it is so very appropriate that it be the Randy Gardner Award. And so we are very honored to have Chancellor Gardner on this campus. But I have to tell you, the most amazing thing about him, he is a two-time graduate of Bowling Green State University. He is a Falcon. So, Chancellor Gardner, thank you so much. Please come to the stage.
Well, the President violated just a little bit the rules of brevity of introduction, but very kind words. Thank you, sir. And I was going to do this anyway before you were so kind with your introduction. I would like everybody, as you're looking at your program, inside the front cover, there's a photo, you've probably already seen it, but I want you to look at it again, of two presidents of this university. And I've been around Wood County my entire life, seen a lot of presidents in a lot of different capacities, and these are two of the most impactful university presidents at Bowling Green in the history of this institution. President Ribeau, of course, with the vision, the foresight to establish this program, he brought a sense of community and character to this campus, provided just outstanding leadership and quite a legacy. And just when you didn't think Falcons could fly any higher, in comes President Rogers. And what he has done for this university in elevating this university, and what he has done instinctively reaching out and listening to and caring and working with students is just astounding. I get to meet and get to know and see literally over 100 presidents in this state, and he is one of the most trusted ones. He is the most student-oriented presidents. I can tell you that from personal experience. But he also has the burden of consulting with me about 3 or 4 times a week. Probably Dr. Earl is on the other side of suffering through some of those phone calls, sometimes for 45 minutes or an hour late in an evening. But let me also say that Dr. Earl, I know of your advocacy and your support, and there's very rarely there's an important student activity on this campus where Dr. Earl isn't a part of or supportive of. So thank you also for your joint leadership with the president. You know, when I was named chancellor on January 10th of 2019 by the governor-elect DeWine, I had to resign almost immediately. In fact, it was just about 30 hours later, my involvement officially with the President's Leadership Academy, because you can't serve in 2 positions at the same time. So I didn't have much of a chance to say goodbye. So at the dinner that following year, sitting here with the president, with Dr. Clemens and others, and I thought to myself, this has been such an important, not only organization, but experience for young people. And I've gotten to know so much about what we need to do to elevate leadership in young people. And I was telling Dr. Rogers, I ought to find a way to give back. And it was like 10 minutes later, I think I was signing a contract to establish an award. He's pretty persuasive. That's just about how it worked, as you remember there, Mr. President. But I was glad to do so. And Dr. Clemens, your leadership, you followed a great director of this program as well, who I was quite close to and worked with closely, and I wasn't so sure. But what a phenomenal job. Now you have 2 directorships. Is this being efficient on this campus? Is that what that's about, Dr. Clemens, Dr. Rogers? But Dr. Clemens, 2 directorships in leadership positions, and you've done a great job in this 3.62 GPA. Did I get that right? In the spirit in the spirit of transparency, I did okay at Bowling Green, but I would have dragged down that GPA just a little bit, okay? Which gives hope for any of you that were below the average. There's still hope. You too can be chancellor. But now my final comments tonight really are what this program really, and I didn't know it at the time, of course, but this program really made me more aware, more in tune with young people, with leadership potential, and I'm quite optimistic about the future. And you know why? Because I've gotten to know the leaders, the scholars, at the President's Leadership Academy in Bowling Green. I can't be as close to it as I was, but I certainly value what this program does for young people and what the young people, more important, what the young people will do for community, for our state, and for our country. So with that, Dr. Clemens, thank you for allowing me the opportunity. The award, the first award winner was, I think, an outstanding award winner a year ago, just a great teacher. Actually, at the school that I taught 5 years before I moved on to the state legislature, kind of ironic. But I know that I'm just proud to be able to give back just a little bit. I don't think I can ever repay what the President's Leadership Academy and Bowling Green State University has meant to me, but I'm honored to be here tonight, and I appreciate your leadership and all of the parents and the scholars and the significant others and the families that have been able to support you on this journey. God bless. Thank you very much.
The winner of the Randy Gardner Award for Civic Leadership for the Public Good follows in the Chancellor's footsteps by dedicating their future to a life in the public service that benefits the public good. As an adolescent, young adult education major, this recipient has not only committed to serving others through his work as a future teacher, he has demonstrated it through his service to his local community at YMCA Camp Tippecanoe, as well as on campus as a member of the Alpha Tau Omega fraternity. He also serves as a student leadership assistant within the Marvin Center for Student Leadership and as one of the 2 PLA interns planning and executing our monthly leadership forums. From the 2018 cohort, please join me in congratulating Nick Minster. Our next award is the Outstanding Student Leader Award. This is the highest award a PLA scholar can earn, and it can only be earned once in a scholar's time in the PLA. This year, due to the unprecedented leadership demonstrated by the members of the 2017 cohort, over their collegiate careers, we will be awarding 3 seniors with this honor. Our first winner has been an engaged member in the PLA and campus community from his first year on campus. A dedicated leader within the campus community, he has served as a member of the University Conduct Committee, the Student Organization Allocation Board, and was on this year's homecoming court. He has worked on campus for the Office of the Dean of Students and the Division of Diversity and Belonging, and has been involved with New Student Orientation, held multiple leadership roles in the Latino Student Union, and most recently has served as this year's undergraduate student government vice president. He truly embodies everything we hope for in a PLA scholar, and we could not be prouder to call him part of the family. Please join me in recognizing this outstanding contributions of the 2017 cohort member, Javi Bose. Our next winner has embodied living out his values congruently and role modeling integrity in all that he does. He has provided service to the campus and beyond through his service with Bowling Green Alternative Breaks, Rally Cap, and Friday Night Lights. He has been an involved and active member in the undergraduate student government, interfraternity council, and served in multiple executive positions in Alpha Tau Omega fraternity, including president. He has worked in the Office of Residence Life, the Office of Campus Sustainability, New Student Orientation, and as a student leadership assistant for the Marvin Center for Student Leadership. He currently serves as the undergraduate student trustee on the BGSU Board of Trustees and has demonstrated an unprecedented commitment to creating positive change for the BGSU community, dedicating countless hours to serving others and personifying the views of BGSU as a public institution for the public good. Please join me in recognizing the unwavering dedication of all things Falcon of 2017 cohort member Remy Schneider. Our third and final winner of the Outstanding Student Leadership Award is someone who embodies the notion of leading from behind. She is not a leader who speaks the loudest or runs to the front, yet she was among the first to come to the minds of the PLA staff when considering nominees of this award. She provides service at the Brookdale Senior Living Facility, Transformation Christian Church, and the Toledo Food Bank. She has held executive positions in a number of organizations on campus, including the Undergraduate Student Government and the University Activities Association, and completed research as a McNair Scholar this past year. She has worked as a student leadership assistant for the Marvin Center for Student Leadership and as an academic peer mentor for the Office of Residence Life. Her steady leadership in each of these roles has not gone unnoticed, and her impact has truly been felt by so many across the campus community. We are honored to recognize the untiring service of 2017 cohort member, Callie Vaughn.
In addition to recognizing the work of our scholars this year, I would like to recognize the efforts of the PLA staff, supporters, and volunteers. Without their dedication to this special organization, none of this work would be possible. I would like to each one to stand and hold their applause until the end. First, the President's Leadership Academy doctoral interns, Wang Do, Dominic Catozzi, and Andrea Hauser. And I would like to make a special note that Andrea Hauser is completing her 4th and final year as a PLA doctoral staff member, is beloved by our students, and she is finishing up her dissertation and will be graduating in August with her PhD, and she will be very missed. So thank you so much to our doctoral interns. I would also like to thank the following individuals who play a critical role in supporting and advocating PLA scholars in a variety of different ways across campus and in the program. Megan Arnold, Assistant Director of Parent, Family, and New Student Connections. Lakeisha Dowland, Director of Title IX. Val Irwin, a doctoral candidate in Higher Education Administration. Alina Babiak, the Student Office Assistant for the Marvin Center. And Michaela Russ, an event planning intern for the Marvin Center and who planned this event tonight. And finally, I would like to recognize the following PLA scholars for their service as interns this year. They are Maddie Mostaller, a PLA service coordinator, Kirsten Stuckey and Nick Menster, who served as our PLA forum interns, Malcolm Massey and Amani Wilson, who served as PLA Thompson meeting interns, Drea Hendricks, our PLA social media intern, Lex Osborne and Kelly Colon, our PLA recruitment interns, Kirsten Stuckey, Jenna Call, and Jordan Egbert, who served as peer facilitators for me in Lead 1000, and Remy Schneider, Kirsten Stuckey, and Connor Baumley, who served as resident mentors this past summer program. At this time, I would like to welcome Lakeisha Dowlin, who serves as the advisor of the 2017 cohort, to the stage.
Hello again. I have the honor to recognize 2017 cohort and pay tribute to their influence on the PLA, BGSU, and the community for the past 4 years. A core practice we utilize in the PLA is the cohort model. We bring in a group of incoming first-year students into a summer bridge program, and the students continue learning together throughout their 4 years at BGSU. They plan multiple projects together, including service projects and leadership retreat. Their final project is their senior colloquium that you will witness in just a few minutes. The 2017 cohort, like many cohorts this year, experienced a unique senior year. They are the first cohort to plan the annual PLA retreat during a pandemic, the first cohort to plan a hybrid retreat that was inclusive of those attending both in person and remotely, and the first cohort to engage in almost 2-year-long retreat planning process when they were asked to push back their schedule event from October to March for health and safety concerns. Still, the 2017 cohort will not be remembered by the challenges they faced, but rather how they responded. This cohort has been pragmatic, flexible, thoughtful, and receptive to all of the curves thrown their way this year, and if you would have told me during the start of their summer program in July of 2017 that they would have met this year's demands with such dedication and grace, I would not have been surprised. This cohort is made up of 23 remarkable individuals who have forged their own unique paths at Bowling Green State University. If you were to name any positive experience that a college student should have, I'm sure many in this cohort has had that experience and played a role in creating that experience for others. They truly value relationships and the importance of creating inclusive environments. In fact, they chose to focus the retreat they planned on coalition building and ways to grow diversely. They provided multiple sessions on the importance of making connections and wayfinding. Although conflict and disagreement arose throughout the 4 years, this cohort learned to prioritize care and respect for one another to ensure their relationships remained and grew through the process. I am immensely proud of these seniors and looking forward to hearing of the many different ways in which they will all lead productive and meaningful lives. At this time, I would like to invite President Rogers back to the stage to help us pass out the senior awards. I would like to now introduce you to the 2017 cohort. Will each scholar please come to the stage to accept your award, and when your name is called, remain standing up front until the last member of your cohort is recognized. Guests, please hold your applause until the end. Afi Akebulan. Kyla Alfeld could not be with us this evening. Ashante Allen. Corey Baird. Drew Banzinger. Kamaria Beasley. Scott Bliss. Javi Bowes. Noah Kronhauer. Seth Crosby. Dwayne Gary. Erica Glover. India Hicks. Savannah Hind. Kendra Hunt. Eva Mahoney. Mariah Mays McBurrows. Janae Miles. Jacob Miller, who was not able to be with us here, but is viewing us remotely. Remy Schneider. Alyssa Tomans. Callie Vaughn. Natalie Zitko. Esteemed guests, I give you the 2017 cohort of the Sidney A. Ribeau President's Leadership Academy. please give us a minute as we transition into the colloquium part of this evening.
Welcome all parents, guests, BGSU leadership to the 2017 Cohort's End of the Year Colloquium in the Sidney A. Ribeau President's Leadership Academy. Our goal tonight is to share with you our final reflections of the past 4 years of our lives while in the PLA through a series of videos. Before each video, we will introduce ourselves as well as share our future endeavors. My name is Janae Miles, and I am from Detroit, Michigan. I am a senior studying applied health science with a specialization in pre-physical therapy and a minor in public health. Upon graduation in August, I will be accepting a job offer to work as a rehabilitation aide for a physical therapy facility. During that time, I will be searching and preparing for a graduate program with the goal of obtaining my doctorate degree in physical therapy. I will forever be grateful for Mr. and Mrs. Thompson, who paved the way for me of achieving my biggest goals and dreams in life. I am more than thankful for the PLA for seeing my true potential as a servant leader. Going into the real world, I am confident that the things instilled in me will lead me to nothing but more success. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Scott Bliss. I'm from Toledo, Ohio, and I'm finishing up a degree in actuarial science. I plan on taking what I learned here at BGSU onto my job at Western and Southern Financial Group. I have a lot to be grateful for everything PLA has done for me, as well as BGSU as a whole. But the thing I'm the most grateful for is the knowledge I gained on how to effectively create change and achieve goals in small groups and large groups. I hope to pass this on to my community.
Hello, everyone. I am Afiel Kevlon from Detroit, Michigan, majoring in aviation engineering technology. After graduation, I have accepted a position with the Mayor's Office of the City of Detroit as a traffic engineer. I am most thankful for the lifelong relationships that I have made within the PLA and at BGSU. I thank PLA for always emphasizing something that I will never forget. Relationships are the foundations of leadership. I will continue this leadership journey and display it throughout my leadership wherever life takes me. Thank you, BGSU, and a very special thank you to the PLA.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mariah Mays McBurrows, and I'm from Detroit, Michigan, and I am a nursing major. My plans after graduation include completing the NCLEX exam to obtain my license to become a registered aesthetic nurse, as well as opening my own beauty bar under the name Lash by Raya K. I've had the opportunity to start my own business while being a student, specializing in lash extensions and beauty, and I'm determined to expand and pursue my business full-time. I will forever be thankful for the PLA, for the guidance, for the advisors, and last but not least, my cohort for the memories and service we provided. Thank you so much to the PLA. Janae, Scott, Afi, and I wanted to share our thoughts on what we have learned about being servant leaders as a cohort in the PLA. Please watch this short video to hear our reflection.
Servant leaders are those who decide to put the needs of others first and take a main focus in making sure that the people around us are growing and learning. Throughout our various organizations, jobs, and commitments, we all show many disciplines of servant leadership. Through this, we have been able to grow as a cohort, and I feel this is something that we are very passionate about and we strive towards doing.
PLA has taught me how to be selfless when it comes to being a servant leader. A servant leader doesn't always reap the benefits or seek recognition when they're amongst the community, but they are a part of the community and are learning how to build, interact, and serving and leading by an example.
Being a servant leader means keeping an open mind and continually using your active listening skills. Our cohort has learned the value of relationship building, and with that, we have been able to make connections between ourselves and other cohorts. The relationships mean so much more now because we are the senior cohort, and we have literally watched them grow. Being a servant leader is much more than leading. It's about giving back to others the gifts and opportunities that have been given unto you, and making a difference in order to affect positive social change.
In our cohort, we've learned a lot about being a servant leader, and most of all, I think we've learned a lot about collaboration and diversity. And this is really expressed through the amount of relationships we've created throughout the campus and off the campus with many different organizations, the amount of positive change we've made with other people.
And I'm from Harrison, Ohio. I'm an exercise science major with a specialization in sports medicine, and I will be attending the University of Cincinnati's Doctor of Physical Therapy program beginning this summer. I'm thankful for so many things as a graduating scholar of the PLA and BGSU, but the thing that I'm most thankful for are the people that I've met along the way. The PLA brings together such a diverse group of people that have given me perspectives on life that I would never have been able to experience without coming to this school. And for that reason, I'm thankful for the lifelong friends that I've made along the way.
My name is Kendra Hunt, and I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I will be graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Upon graduation, I plan on moving back home, becoming licensed in the state of Michigan, and working at a local hospital in the Detroit metropolitan area. I am most grateful for the love, support, and encouragement from the PLA staff and other scholars. When facing challenges of many kinds, I always had PLA to rely on. As a result, I have grown into a stronger person and leader. I'll forever be grateful for the permanent and positive impact PLA has made on my life.
Hello, my name is Noah Cronauer, and I'm a senior studying criminal justice from Brecksville, Ohio. This summer, I will be interning with the Drug Enforcement Administration in Cleveland, Ohio, and plan to work in a drug court to assist as well as rehabilitate individuals with drug problems. I learned from the PLA what it truly means to be passionate for what you do and what you work for. I cannot thank the PLA enough for the opportunities I've been given and the future opportunities down the road. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ashante Allen, and I'm from Detroit, Michigan. My major is Visual Communication Technology with a specialization in video. After graduating, I plan to run my media companies while reinvesting resources back into my communities. And as a graduating PLA scholar, I'm grateful for the relationships I've made here, the skills I've learned here such as conflict resolution and team building, and the opportunity to step outside of my comfort zone and grow. Corey, Kendra, Noah, and I wanted to share our thoughts on how we collectively as a cohort have demonstrated servant leadership here at BGSU. Please take a look.
Our cohort has shown servant leadership in so many different ways, and we have done so our whole 4 years of being here. We've done a lot of service as a cohort and as individuals. As a cohort, we've done service projects our freshman year and our sophomore year, and through our whole time here as individuals, we have served the community here at BG on campus and off campus in our respective hometowns as well. And through these service projects and these community service activities that we've done, we've been able to gain new knowledge and skills to apply to our leadership.
Serve first, then lead. That's one of the many statements I think that can define my cohort and the way that we interact with others on a daily basis. From our first service project at Wood Lane School, where we put on a festival and a party for students with varying disabilities, to each cohort member leading by example in their own lives and their own respective student organizations, in the BGSU community and beyond. Due to the values of servant leadership that were instilled upon us during our summer program at the beginning, we have gone above and beyond as a group and as individuals in leading by example and serving the BGSU community and those that are outside of BGSU.
Through our 4 years here at Bowling Green State University, the 2017 cohort has collectively shown servant leadership through our second service project, in which we collaborated with the multicultural and LGBTQ+ resource centers, in which we learned about and then educated others about marginalized identities here at Bowling Green State University and our other local communities, as well as having completed over 1,840 hours of community service through projects through the food pantry, as well as having worked with students through Rally Cap and other organizations on campus. Because to whom much is given, much is required.
Our cohort has demonstrated servant leadership in so many different ways, but I think the most important way that we demonstrate that is through our individual involvements, our activities, etc. I think what we take to those organizations and bring back as a 2017 cohort is so much more impactful and so great to the rest of the community, just in the spreading of what we do in our leadership processes and the type of message that BGSU wants to be spread.
Hello everyone, my name is Ribeau and I'm from Ribeau, Ohio, and will be graduating with a major of communication here in the next few weeks. Come next fall, I plan to attend Kent State University for master's school focusing on higher education and student affairs. Though endless, something I am most grateful for from the PLA are the doors open and opportunities provided to learn and grow with this great group and also as an individual. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Dwayne Gary. I am a communication major with a minor in music industry coming from Detroit, Michigan. After graduation, I plan to further my education and take my master's in communications at the University of Kentucky. And PLA has taught me to strive a lot higher than I thought, things that I thought were beyond my means. And that was really impactful, and I thought it was very helpful in my educational experience here. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Eva Mahoney and I'm from Harrison, Ohio. I'll be graduating with a degree in applied health science and will be moving to Fort Lauderdale, Florida to start a physician assistant master's program at Nova Southeastern University. I am eternally grateful to PLA for the friendships and opportunities that have presented because of this great organization, and also for teaching me more about myself than I ever anticipated as a college freshman. Javi, Dwayne, Kyla, and I wanted to share our thoughts on what our cohort demonstrated, the idea of a public university for the public good. Here is our reflection.
I believe our cohort has demonstrated the ethos of a public university for a public good by taking everything that we've learned throughout the PLA, whether it's experiences, curriculum, or overall just intentional conversations, and taking that with us through our BGSU experience, but also as we spread our wings and really begin to experience life and our next chapters of our lives. And PLA has done an excellent job of really preparing us for that and being able to take what we've learned here and spread it among the communities that we impact along the way.
Since our first year at BGSU, a lot of our scholars have gotten involved in many different organizations on campus, like Undergraduate Student Government, Latino Student Union, Rally Cap Sports, or Smart Mentors, that have worked to advocate for marginalized groups on campus. I believe that with our curriculum and all of our education about leadership and service, our cohort will eventually go on to different communities and start practicing what we've done here and start to spread public good in other areas outside of BGSU.
The President's Leadership Academy has encouraged its scholars to go above and beyond with helping out the community, from service projects to on-campus involvement and numerous other volunteer activities. The PLA has continuously strived to create scholars that are willing to make a change in their community.
To keep it short, I think our cohort does a lot on campus and off of campus. You see us in various organizations and very different aspects of the university life that a lot of other students maybe not be able to experience. But I do think that that is a blessing that PLA has given us, and that's definitely given us the tools to go out further into the world and spread our servant leadership in various different ways.
Hello, my name is Kamaria Beasley. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I'm a senior studying applied health science with a specialization in pre-medicine. After graduation, I plan on attending grad school. And thinking back about my past 4 years in the PLA, I'm most grateful for the opportunities that I've had to develop my leadership skills, as well as apply those skills to different organizations that I'm a part of on campus. Thank you.
My name is Natalie Zitko, and I'm from Shelby, Ohio. I'm completing my undergraduate degree in communication sciences and disorders, and I'm thrilled to continue my master's degree at the Bowling Green State University in their speech pathology program while working as a graduate assistant. I am grateful for the continued support here at Bowling Green. I have not only witnessed the growth of others, but myself due to the endless encouragement. My time at BGSU is not over yet, and I strive to continue making an impact on and off campus.
Hello, everyone. My name is Erica Glover. I'm from Lebanon, Ohio. In the next few weeks, I'll be graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Journalism on the Public Relations track and a minor in Marketing. Immediately following graduation, I'm going to try something new, and I hope to pursue an entrepreneurial endeavor, running my own small business full-time and continuing to freelance on the side for stability. As I've reflected over the last 4 years, I'm so thankful for the personal growth and perspective that I've gained from the PLA and my BGSU experience in general. It's definitely not what I thought it would have been. Kamaria, Natalie, and I wanted to share our thoughts on what our cohort has done to support the mission, vision, and values of BGSU. If you would, go ahead and take a look at our video. Thank you.
Our cohort has definitely instilled service into their hearts, and they're not only taught to do so, but they believe so, and they want to continue to do that in their careers and later in life. The 2017 cohort has been phenomenal in not only learning the education, but showing the world what they have to offer.
I think our cohort has done a great job at exemplifying the university's core values of creativity, innovation, and entrepreneurism. One of the events that we do every year for seniors is planning a retreat. And as you all know, COVID has affected our lives in many different ways, and unfortunately, it's impacted us as a cohort in planning our 2017 retreat. So I think we did a good job at, figuring out ways to be creative and also host a good retreat where people are able to learn more about leadership and build better relationships with each other. And that's hard to do while also trying to make sure everyone remains safe and follows COVID guidelines, but I think our cohort did a great job of putting on a retreat for the PLA.
The 2017 cohort has done a phenomenal job of really exemplifying BGSU's mission of belong, stand out, and go far. I think we've kind of taken a choose your own adventure course throughout these last 4 years, and all of us finding our extracurriculars and organizations that we feel like we fit at home in. One of the biggest things that I think that we have continued to show is our value of learning. It's one of the 4 PLA values, and we continue to show that through the application of everything that we've learned in the PLA into these organizations, that we really have taken what it means to be a PLA scholar and added that as just something extra. I can't wait to see what we all continue to accomplish and what continues to align with what it means that we were once a PLA scholar as we continue to take our lives forward.
Hi everyone, my name is India Hicks and I am a graduating senior studying nursing from Detroit, Michigan. After graduation, I plan to obtain my registered nursing licensure and begin my nursing career at the Veterans Affairs Hospital in Ann Arbor, Michigan. I have learned so much about life, my career, and leadership throughout my years here at BGSU, but I'm most thankful for the opportunity to both learn and find myself as an individual and leader in society.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Remington Schneider. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, and in a few weeks I'll be graduating with my degree in Environmental Policy and International Studies. I'm so thankful for the opportunity that PLA has given me to serve the BGSU community and the lifelong friendships it's given me. Thank you.
My name is Alyssa Tillmans, and I'm from Hudson, Ohio, graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Economics and Political Science.
After I graduate, I plan to complete a year of service with AmeriCorps in Indianapolis before completing my Master's of Public Affairs at Indiana University Bloomington. I'm most thankful to the PLA for empowering me to pursue a career in public service and for equipping me with the skills to lead for the public good in my community and after I leave BGSU. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name's Seth Crosby. I'm a senior studying supply chain management from Detroit, Michigan. The PLA has taught me a lot during these 4 years, but one of the things that I'm the most grateful for is that they equipped me with the ability to identify what my core values are and use that to go out and drive the passion that's behind what I want to change the world through and affect positive change in the communities that I want to be a part of. And so India, Remy, Alyssa, and I wanted to share our thoughts also on how our PLA experiences have empowered us to build a meaningful and purposeful life at BGSU and beyond. So please enjoy this short clip.
The PLA has definitely empowered me to build a meaningful life here at BGSU and beyond, especially now that I'm graduating. It has helped me to define my personal values and the things that I care about and am passionate about. It has given me the leadership skills to pursue opportunities that I thought were out of reach to me, and it has enabled me to be a change maker in my community.
The PLA has empowered me to have a meaningful life at BGSU and belong through teaching me the value of service to the community. As a PLA scholar, I've been able to serve not just BGSU's community, but the community beyond, whether it's through organizations and involvements or through direct service with other campus partners. I've really enjoyed becoming a servant leader truly at heart, and I'm extremely thankful for PLA for this.
PLA has given me a meaningful life both here at BGSU and beyond. Not only have I learned my leadership style and values, but I've also learned how I fit when working with a team. As a result, here on campus, I am the Vice President of Women Everywhere Believe, an organization that empowers young women. After graduation, I do plan on continuing my work with Women Everywhere Believe or starting my own organization to empower Detroit youth.
The PLA has empowered me to live a meaningful life here at BGSU through providing me with the skill sets and the tools required to go out and create and affect positive impact, not only in BGSU's community, but back at home in Detroit and wherever I go, honestly. Because they have taught me about myself, my values, and what I see as important, and they've helped me communicate that to those in the workforce around me, my peers, in student organizations, and even in the classroom. So everything that I've learned in the PLA is going to be invaluable, I believe, going into the workforce after I graduate this May, and I really am going to take it with me throughout the rest of my life.
Hi there, my name is Drew Banziger. I'm originally from Little Hocking, Ohio. I'm a business major specializing in information systems and business analytics. Post-graduation, I have a job lined up as a business analyst with the J.M. Smucker Company in Orrville, Ohio. I'll be starting there in June. The biggest thing I'm thankful for in PLA has to be all the doors that it's opened for me throughout all my different involvements, including Greek Life, the Marvin Center for Student Leadership, and any other involvements I was able to be a part of at my college career, so thank you.
Hi, my name is Callie Vaughn, and I'm from Madison Heights, Michigan. I will be getting my degrees in history and sociology. In August, I will be attending the University of Pennsylvania to pursue a master's degree in social work. After earning my MSW, I plan to work with nonprofit organizations working to reform the criminal justice system, making it more equitable for Black community. I am thankful for the ideas and values that PLA has instilled in me that have shaped who I am today as I prepare to graduate from BGSU.
Hello, my name is Savannah Hind, and I'm from Maumee, Ohio. I will be graduating with a degree in political science and a minor in communications. After graduating, I will be working with nonprofits that are based in advocacy and gender discrimination and sexuality. PLA has shaped my 4 years here at BGSU in so many ways. I would never be the person that I am today without it. For our final video, Drew, Callie, Jacob, and myself want to share our thoughts on the legacy of our cohort and what we hope to leave BGSU with, and what impact we collectively want to have in this world. Thank you.
So to a lot of people, leaving a legacy is about having your name remembered, but I don't think that's what it means to the 2017 cohort. It's more about the change that we created and instituted on BGSU's campus remaining. So we instilled new processes and new ways of thinking and institutions in all of our involvements that'll live on even after we leave BGSU and even after the people who remember us leave BGSU. So that's really our legacy. So like I said, our names might not be remembered and they might not remember who created the change, but they'll know that that change existed and will be making BGSU a better place.
The legacy our cohort hopes to leave behind is to grow your purpose into a greater purpose. That means taking your personal values and passions and using them to make a positive impact on those around you, whether it's friends, family, or your community. Don't be afraid to let the world know who you are and be deliberate in your thoughts and actions.
The 2017 cohort's legacy on the President's Leadership Academy is all about fun professionalism. When I talk about fun professionalism, I think of being able to be professional, but also have a taste of fun and happiness in everything that we do. Our cohort goes through a lot of ups and downs through our 4 years. And even though we were in our low points, we always found a way to get out of those low points, have some fun, and make an amazing end product. Our cohort was always able to deliver and have an amazing end product for everyone to enjoy and to serve the community. Our genuine happiness towards serving others and helping others is something we hope to leave with all of the future cohorts and the President's Leadership Academy as a whole.
The 2017 cohort is all about resiliency. We're graduating in 2021, and no one expected to be where we are. No one expected to have a retreat like we did, and no one had sweatsuits like we did. And in our resiliency, not only have we done it this year, but in years past. In every service project, every group project that we did, it was all about open-mindedness and thinking outside of the box. From our service project in year 1 to this colloquium, we have done things differently, and I think that that is what we will bring to the world.
We have one final aspect of our presentation tonight. As a cohort, we wanted to show our appreciation to the PLA by giving the office a gift.
The gift reads, "Eyes on tomorrow, feet on today." The phrase is one of PLA's mottos and speaks to the idea of always looking forward while focusing on the present.
The gift is a collage of pictures of our cohort over the past 4 years. We are extremely thankful for everything PLA has done for us. Dr. Clemens, would you please come forward to accept the gift?
Thank you all for joining us tonight for our colloquium and presentation. Thank you to Dr. Clemens, Andrea Hauser, Keish Dowlands, Huang Do, Val Irving, Dominic Gattozzi, and Megan Arnold for all the support. Thank you again, and have a great night.
Thank you, seniors, for sharing your learning over the past 4 years. If we could give our 2017 cohort a warm round of applause for that phenomenal colloquium. On behalf of the PLA, we thank you for being here tonight, in person or virtually, and we thank you for your continued support and dedication to helping us build servant leaders. You'll notice for our in-person folks, there's a pastry box on your seats. Please enjoy that after you depart this evening. We hope you'll enjoy these cookies safely after the event and hope that the seniors appreciate the shadow memory boxes we created as a memento for your time in the PLA. We wish you safe travels and look forward to seeing many of you next year. Thank you, everyone.